Hi Shannon, this is my 242 Android development homework 3.2. So today I will talk about my features and did a quick demo about this app. So this week I only finished part 2, which is the search parts and also the test plan for this feature. So I have few files. Let's look at the layout files first. So this is my activities search.xml. So I have the linear layouts, and besides this linear layout, I have a button, and I will also have the 3 text view that listed inside of activities search.xml. So in this search item, I only have 3 text view, and I will actually have the custom list adapter that connect with the HTTP call request and pass the JSON data into those three parts based on the user search. And this is my item search. So this Java module, I will actually bind all of the data within this Java module and pass this Java module into the layout. And here I use one of the customized class, which is my item profile. So in this item search, I have user's name, the repository's URL, the users, and if this is user or not, so that I can know whether we are searching the repositories or the users. And this repo URL, we can having this and click the repo and then go to that repository online. And item profile is a customized profile, a class which reserved all of the information of the user. For example, the name of the user, the GitHub of the user, the information of that user, the avatar, the email, and the follower accounts and following accounts. So simply we reserve all of the information of that specific user into the item profile. And then I have the customized list adapter search. So this adapter, which is similar as the logic of my last week. So I have a context, I have a read list, which will store the information of the item search, and then it's called items. And I also have the activity act. And this is the constructor. So here are some 3 helper functions, which is get count, get item, and get item ID. So we can know the specific item at the layout page and how many items we have at that page. And here I have the set on click listener events. So currently, if it is we want to search the user, then I will actually search the repository plus the current item dot repo URL, and I will put that string and then put the actual into that intent. And then I will actually have the content start activity for that intent so that we can directly go to that page that contains the specific repository. Or otherwise, I will actually have the intent action view and I will go to the repository of that current item. And then I will return the convert view. So this is my search activity. In this search activity, I will use my customer list adapter. So I have initialized the array list which contains the item search, and I also have the custom list adapter. And then I have the 3 endpoints, which is the user URL, the repository URL, and access token. So those 2 are the GitHub API. And the access token is a token that keeps track of which specific user it is. And I also have the Boolean sort so that we can actually show all of the results based on the alpha. We can sort the user alpha, the result alphabetically. And I also have the Boolean if it is user or not. And I have the activity this, which means the current activity that use this Java class. And I have the onCreate method. So this onCreate method, which I have the adapter. So this adapter is my customer list adapter when I initialize this object. And I will actually and also I have the list view, so I will actually get this list view from my SML page activity search and one of the text view called list item. So I will try to get the value of that list item. And then I have the helper function, which is onNew intent and handle intent, which is how do we handle the intent once we get the information. And here I will check if it is user or if it is the repository sort. And here I have the search user helper function. And I will actually manually call my main method in the doing background. So here I will sort the result, and this URL is basically the user URL plus a queue plus toSort plus the access token of that specific user. And so here I will go to the JSON. This make service call is actually from my last week utility.htb handler. So it will take the URL and it would also take the method. So simply here we just put method none here. So then it got the JSON string, and then I will check whether this JSON string is null or not. So I will try to get this new JSON object, and I will actually pass the login information, event URL, HTML URL into the specific string. And here I will actually initialize the item profile temp, and I will pass all of the string that we just got into this constructor. And then I will have tp.user equals to temp, tp.name equals username, and tp.isUser equals to true, which means currently we are searching the user. And then I will add the TP into our data search. And this is how do we process the exception. Otherwise, which means we cannot get the JSON from server. So I will actually just say search could not get JSON from the server. And here is the search repo that extends the async task. So this will actually get JSON by the HTTP call. And the main logic is really similar as the previously, but just the repo information. The previous one is the user information. So yeah, so basically this is all of my main idea about how do I search the repo and search the users in my app. And this is my quick demo for the mobile app. So here we click the repositories, and if I search, so here it will show all of the information. And if I search 498, so it appears this one. And if I click this, we can go to this 498 URL. And if I search D, so it should appear all of the repository that contains letter D. See, so dancing flower, decision helper, delete node. And if I search DE, it should actually show all of the repository that start with D and E. And we have delete node and decision helper. So then let's try to search DEL, and then we have the delete node. And if I click this, we can also go to this repository. And same thing for searching the users. So for example, at my followers, if I choose to search one of the user, and then I try to search, it will appear the username and also the event. And if I search the user that did not exist, for example, this one, so this is the user that does not exist, it will be directed into the file for, wait a second. Yeah, it will be directed into the file for page not found. So basically this is my search features, and I didn't finish the notification feature and the specific view of the repository feature. And because my Android Studio cannot install the JUnit, which JUnit will actually library will break my Android Studio, so I only made the test manual plan for this week, and then I will show my desktop is a little bit messy, and then this is my manual test plan. And then so first we will be able to click the repositories, and then it will have the search bar at the top of this page. And when we enter 498, we will be able to show up the repo that contains 498. And if we enter D, then we will show up all of the repositories that contains letter D. And when we enter DE, then we will have two specific folders, and if we enter del, then we have one specific folder, which is delete node. And for the users, we will be able to search the users. So I entered the username, and we have this user's email, the user's name, and the avatar. And if I enter some like invalid username, then we will be directed into the 404 page. Yeah, so basically this is what I did at this week, and thank you for viewing. So I'm so sorry that I am absent from the discussion again because my flight was delayed, and hope this will not affect the discussion progress. Thank you, and see you next week.